The rematch between the Kettleers and the Bourne Braves in Game 1 was no shortage of a pitcher's duel. For the Kettleers, Colin McKay got the start and got into some trouble early in the first after a leadoff double, but would get an inning-ending double play to get the Ketts out of the inning. In the bottom of the first, Kettleers wasted no time as a single in the Bermuda Triangle by Brandon Compton got a runner on first with no outs. Then later in the inning, with runners on the corners, a pass ball while Matt Klein was up at the plate allowed Compton to score, giving Kettleers an early 1-0 lead. With a 1-0 lead, Colin McKay got back up on the mound and started to deal. McKay got a flyout, a pop-out to the second baseman, and a strikeout in the second inning to sit the Bourne Braves down in order and to keep the Ketts up 1-0. As we headed into the top of the third, the Ketts still led by a score of 1-0. The Braves were able to scratch one run across in the top of the third inning off McKay, but McKay bore down and was able to get the Kettleers out of the inning by way of a ground out that he fielded himself and threw it over to first base to keep the score at 1 apiece. In the fourth inning, McKay got back up on the mound and continued to deal. He got the first Brave hitter out with a strikeout, then a ground out to Jaron Edvincula at second base, and then another strikeout in the fourth kept the Ketts at a tie game at 1 apiece in the fourth inning. The fourth inning is when the Ketts offense struck again. A bunt by Matt Klein put runners on second and third with only one out, putting them 9 feet away from scoring. Then Jaron Edvincula came up to the plate, and a wild pitch by the Bourne pitcher allowed Tanner Thatch to score from third. On the next pitch, with the infield in, Jaron Edvincula roped the ball to center field, scoring Davallon from third, bringing the score to 3-1 in favor of Kettleers in the fourth inning. In the fifth, the ball was turned over to Ryan Buckler. Buckler, the first batter he faced, put down a bunt, allowing Bourne to score, making the score 3-2, still in favor of Kettleers. Buckler then got a flyout to Charles Davallon in center field as the runner from second would not tag up with one out. The last batter, Buckler got him to strike out on a curveball up in the zone to keep the score 3-2 in favor of Kettleers. From the sixth inning on, it was Ryan Buckler's game. The Marston Mills native shut down the Bourne Braves for 5 innings, only allowing 1 hit, no runs, walked 1 batter, and struck out 4, which he also picked up the win in the contest. Kettleers writer Shane Patagna got to speak with Buckler on what it was like pitching on the mound for Kettleers in this playoff contest.
Tie the first 9, you come into a high-pressure situation, 2 on and no outs. Just really, I look for myself, just keeping hitters off balance the entire time and winning every first pitch just is what worked for you today.
So I think what was working for me best is that all my pitches were strikes. Throwing them all an equal amount and just attacking the zone, throwing strikes. That was my big problem in the spring season, so I'm working on that, fixing it up pretty well. So just feel good out there and just ready to go.
Yeah, and you grew up on the Cape,
right.
You knew what this environment was going to be like. How much did your upbringing help you today?
Oh, this was awesome. I mean, family was there, stuff like that. Lived right around the corner, so it's cool. Grew up coming to these games, so it's kind of a full circle moment, but it was awesome.
Buckler faced runners on second and first situation in the 8th, but got out of it by a heads-up play by Timo Wasura at third base. And then in the 9th, Buckler got a strikeout for the first out of the inning. The final 2 outs of the game came on a ground out to Timo Wasura again, getting in some work at the hot corner, and then a pop out to Luke Hansen to seal the deal. Kettleers now takes a 1-0 lead in the series over Bourne as they will head to Dorn Park on Thursday night as game time is scheduled for 6 o'clock.